That's right, we can't actually go in the front door of Moontree. We have to wait for him to tell us which sign to hack. Hidden, forbidden, in heat. Endrance and Coon. So Pi is staying home for this one.
So, I guess I'll be taking Endrance and Coon. Well, they're certainly reliable.
For one reason or another. I've got Coon and Endrance right here. So we're ready to commence our attack.
This is Sif Bird. It's beautiful. A sign. Come on, let's head for Tri-Edge's side.
The same sign that Pyros III found just moments earlier. This one is recent.
We can warp to Moontree's headquarters from this sign. All right, you guys ready?
What?
Your superiors are rather concerned about this incident.
If I recall correctly, our agreement states that I am in control of everything related to Ida.
That is true. However,
Businesses care most about results, correct? We have gathered 6 Epitaph user characters from various areas and placed them under GU's command. Is that still unsatisfactory?
your superiors are increasingly concerned about you, Yata. The only thing that we desire is the consistent, stable operation of the world. Complete control.
To that end, we must completely remove the unknown instability known as Ida. But Ida possesses too many secrets and riddles to remove without extreme caution. In such cases, one must first know what one is dealing with. Well, am I mistaken?
Merely producing results is not good enough. You have too many useless processes. Think long and hard as to why we have chosen to provide you with the Serpent of Lore. And Yata, we are expecting a timely resolution.
Get them! Those who don't understand Moontree's ideals must die! You're all trash if you don't understand our ideals! Trash, I tell you!
How could this happen? My chest, my heart,
I feel so strange. What is this feeling?
On an Ida server, people's hearts are exposed for all to see. Feelings and emotions are increased exponentially. If you hold your heart strongly and do not give Ida a chance to intrude, it cannot touch you.
Who are you? When you summoned me on the Ida server, Ovon was there. You lost the tournament on purpose, and you sold out your other guild members. No, you're not a normal player, are you?
Surely you jest. I am just an average everyday player. I have no special power such as yourselves. I am simply Moontree's Nala. Sakaki and Adalie should be in the throne room right now. Let me show you the way.
So much fighting. So much killing going on this server. So much for all the talk of peace. And the removal of PKs. Mellow Grunty! Oh no! Well, we're gonna make everything better, Mellow Grunty. Don't you worry. We're gonna make everything better.
Huh? We're not warping.
Ida's insidious corrosion has spread to the area's transportation systems. It will take quite a bit longer, but there is a way to get to the throne room without using any warp points.
All right, let's hurry.
And he opens the gate for us. You see, Moontree's headquarters is actually laid out almost exactly like a dungeon. Like any random field dungeon. Only at the very end, instead of a beast statue, is the throne room. Now they've had the warp set up for ease of transportation, for ease of business. But when the warp goes down... Do you think a guild as big as Moontree would fit into that one small room that's just outside? We're on the first floor of the dungeon. You can use a fairy's orb if you want to see what it looks like. Take a quick look around here. There is, the gimmick for this whole dungeon, really, is that the only enemies are other players, and you have to defeat them before you can move on. There's a rather large blue barrier in the way here. I've got something rather important to speak about, but as soon as I'm done with that, I'm probably going to be cropping out most of the random battles here. There should be one. There's only 2 parties in here, so that means there's going to be an Adler's Key straight ahead. Heck with the parties, man. Adler's Key. Four keys. I think I need 10 to unlock the next weapon. Maybe just 5. I'm pretty sure 10. No chimspheres required to open doors. All you have to do is walk up and open them up. Guy's got some good sight on him. But I can still sneak up on him. Doo-doo-doo. Leave me alone. He was floating in the air. Why am I not targeting the dude that I want to target? Target him, he's like right next to me. Okay, these are Unit 7 members. Who is the leader of Unit 7? They're not weak to scythe, but you know what? It's a scythe.
I didn't even break a sweat.
Now then, many of you are probably wondering why it is that Adalie is so fiercely loyal to Sakaki. Now this actually does get revealed just a little bit later on. And more specifically, it gets revealed in email chains with Adalie. Right, SP block, I can't actually use my skills, which means I can't use a Rengeki. Scythe isn't nearly as good against these guys as I was hoping it would be. And that guy is starting to tick me off. He's got like these, he's got spikes on him or something, so I can't even do a combo on him. It knocks me out of the combo. Finally!
Roses wither beautifully.
Now this gets revealed later on in the game, in a few cutscenes coming up, kind of, as well as in the email chain with Adalie. But learning it right now, I don't feel will really hinder things. In fact, it will make what comes up a little more clear. But, as I mentioned, you may be wondering why exactly Adalie is so fiercely loyal to Sakaki. And what this comes down to is that Adalie has led not the kindest of lives. Four parties on this floor. You see, Adalie's parents are very restrictive of her. They want to control her and make her become a very specific type of person. They have a goal in mind as to what they want Adalie to be, how they want her to act, and they give her no room to live her own life. This kind of overbearing situation would normally be miserable enough. So Adalie has tried to find what ways she can to find some kind of happiness, some kind of enjoyment. And so she tried to make friends, be it at school or wherever, but she does her best to make friends. But no one has been a real friend to her. Everyone has put up more of a facade than that of a real friendship. If she's not wearing the same clothes and the like as everyone else, then they quickly turn their backs on her. She's tried to find friends, she's tried to do what she could to befriend anyone, and these people are the only ones that would offer their friendship to her. And that came at that price. But of course, acting this way around their friends and wearing whatever outfit it is that they feel she has to wear to be in with them, whatever clothing brand they deem popular.
Okay, who's next?
Her parents refuse to acknowledge, they refuse to let her do such a thing. And so Adalie is bouncing back and forth between these two groups. She wants to have some kind of enjoyment. She wants to find something in her life that makes her not completely miserable. And the only thing is immediately halted.
Do as you please.
She has never had a true friend. Everyone who you would consider a friend has merely been there as long as she does the same things and gets into the same things that everyone else does. Which then her parents quickly halt. She's only one person after all. She can't be multiple people at the same time. She's tried to live this kind of life, but it's been too unpleasant, too chaotic. It served her even worse than simply dealing with one of the issues in the first place. This got so bad that Adalie was actually beginning to contemplate suicide. This is where Sakaki found her.
Roses wither beautifully.
You see, Adalie was browsing about on the internet. One of few places she could go where she would feel a bit of freedom. But where she was browsing was a suicide board. This is where Sakaki found her. He did everything he could to pick her back up, to cheer her up, to give her a reason to continue living. Should take us to the next area, but we still have one more party. And as such, Sakaki has always been the only person that Adalie could rely on, the only person that was a genuine friend to her. Or at least so she thought. Even since then, she's met people like Haseo that have been good friends to her. But just everything that had happened up until then, she can't honestly think someone is befriending her. And to her, Sakaki is still the only friend she has.
The situation is too hard.
Sakaki is still the only one that has ever needed her for anything. The only one that's genuinely wanted to be... The only one that's genuinely wanted anything to do with her. And of course, Sakaki has quite keenly manipulated this, forging Adalie into a person that can rely only on him. And what a fine job he's done. At this point, it's not because Adalie is weak-willed, or because she's acting the way she is. It's entirely because of the life she's led, and because Sakaki has forged her into being the kind of person she is.
This is a piece of cake.
And as a genuine friend, we're going to have to do everything we can to show that Adalie has friends, and that she can live her own life, that she has a reason to live, and that she can live for herself instead of for someone who's controlling her. Now, this is something that was shown earlier, but it actually lets you save right here in the dungeons. This is the first time in 2 games we've seen a dungeon with this in it, and I honestly don't remember if we see this at all in any dungeons after this one. Well, there is, of course, one dungeon that I know it's in, but I don't know. We'll have to see. But I actually think they put that save point there because we've got a bit of a mini-boss coming up. So let me get us back a little bit of HP, and we'll go see what awaits us ahead. I mentioned this before, but the reason I'm using Rep, I do have a stronger Rep spell, is merely because it is more efficient on SP. It just takes longer. So as long as I've got the benefit of time...
Hey, you're late. I've been waiting here forever for you.
Right. Are you sane?
Sure am. I was almost eaten by those monsters, but I escaped. It's hell inside. There are no such things as factions anymore.
Get out of my way! But I'm sure you won't do that, right?
Afraid not.
So you would actually defend Sakaki? Surely you must be aware of who is behind everything that's happening right now.
Well, sure. Of course I'm aware. At least I know who it really was that made a complete mess of our guild. But I'm indebted to Sakaki because he saved me from being a hapless PKer for the rest of my existence. Look, I really am sorry. You see, I'm quite a moron. I thought about all the other things I could do about this terrible situation, but in the end, this is all I could come up with.
You're too honest for your own good!
Well, thanks for the compliment. I suppose that's my only good point, huh? Well then, let's get started, shall we? The time has come to finally find out which one will win. Your faith or my courage?
Here goes!
And we have to fight against Matsu. We fought him once before, and we won the previous time. We had to fight him in the tournament. But Matsu... Ah, am I poisoned or paralyzed? Come on, unparalyze or something. Ah! Ah! You know, I can only hope that they can actually fight back against Matsu. If they can take out Matsu, if they can take out Matsu, then I'm happy holding these two off. Matsu is our friend, though. One way or the other. It's a harsh friendship, but a friend nonetheless. So this fight It's something that we just had to do. He knows it as well as us.
Matsu! Hey! Matsu!
I lost again! Completely! Damn it all! You were just too much for me, you know?
Matsu, why didn't you use your broadsword? You might have won if you did.
Now! It's for real! Who knows? No, that's right. It's just my way of doing things.
Matsu.
In his own way, he did what he thought was right. However...
This place is almost exactly like the Ida server. It's possible that he's now...
Come on.
We can't concern ourselves with the past, only the future. And if this is like the Ida server, then closing down the Ida server will wake everyone back up. Now we just have one more reason to take out Sakaki.